Maybe I'll figure out how to use Discord. I don't know. Who's even on my island right now? I don't even know who's here. Jess, Ruby, and Hermione, who I'm assuming is this Meridia person on the list. You got a favorite villager yet? Ruby is going home. Barreled. Which one's barreled? That sounds familiar, but I can't think of who that is. Is that he's a bear, right? Sorry, I've actually got my amiibo cards right in front of me here, so I'm pretty sure that's a bear. I think I know who you're talking about. Bruce. I feel like I have his amiibo card. That's why I'm flipping through here. But I'm not seeing this card, and for some reason I thought it was near the end of the set. But perhaps I'm mistaken. Merry Christmas. Oh. Oh, no, okay, it's not who I was thinking of. I just found the card of the person I was thinking of. That's not who it was. Barrel. Do I have his card? Barreled, barreled, barreled. Therefore art thou barreled. Oop, oop, oop. Stop. Love this iPad. Has a little spaz seizure every once in a while. Manders. I don't have every amiibo card, no. But I have most of them. From Series 1, I'm only missing like 8 cards, and same from Series 4. Series 5, sorry. 2 through 4, I'm missing an average of about 20 to 30 each. I got a boatload of duplicates, though. If you go on my YouTube, you'll see I have videos of me opening amiibo cards. A lot of videos. And there's more videos that haven't even been posted yet that will be going up eventually. Well, either I missed it, or I'm thinking I don't have Barreld's card. Are there people on my island right now? Yes, there is. Who's here? Jess is still here. Manders is here. Okay. But, hey, he's beloved by you, and that's all that matters. Yeah, either I don't have his card, or I missed it completely. Jess is going home. Wonder what card number he is. That would make this so much easier if I just knew what card number he was. Let's see if I can find out real quick. Barreled. So he's kind of a gray. Yeah, I see that now. 378, yeah. I just found the card online there. 378. Oh, I do have him. I just missed him completely. And ironically, I was 1 page away from it when I found that there. There we go. 1 barreled. So again, the question is, let's find out. I don't think we can do this, but we're going to try anyways. Because it will be funny if it works. Yeah, that's what I thought. And I'm assuming if I can't invite him to the campsite, I'm assuming I also can't invite him for coffee. I do know who Lucha is, yes. I know I have that amiibo card too somewhere. I think I've got duplicates as well. Should I screw up Manders by ordering coffee? No, just me. I won't screw somebody up like that. That would just be rude. Glug, 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 glug. All right. Oh, Manders deposited some bells, probably because he also took some DIYs without. Oh, yeah. Wait. I just got a notification about a show that I watch on Apple TV. And new episodes don't go up till Friday, but I just got a notification saying the new episode is available now. Interesting. Jess left, didn't they? I know Jess left, actually. Mythic Quest. Yeah, notification literally just came up on my iPad saying the new episode of Mythic Quest was now available. But new episodes go up on Fridays. That's a little weird. Although it was also weird because I also watch on. I'm gonna assume based on the fact that later when you spelt the word favorite earlier, you didn't have a U in it, so I'm gonna assume you're American. Up here in Canada, all the Star Trek stuff is on Crave up here. We have Paramount Plus, and they're starting to get the Star Trek stuff, but because it's the licensing agreements and stuff like that, we went through the same stuff with Disney Plus. Oh, you are Canadian, but you spelt favorite the American way. Whatever. Anyways, point is, so a new episode of Star Trek Prodigy went up today on Crave, but when I logged into Crave, it wasn't listed with the new episodes that have been posted for the day. And it's like, I actually had to go. Doesn't for me. If I try to spell it the American way, it corrects it to the Canadian way online. But anyways, yeah. But the Star Trek Prodigy wasn't showing in like the recently added section, so I had to manually find it. The new episode, which was a tad annoying. I kind of wish I'd waited now though to watch it because it was part 1 of 2. And I'd rather watch both episodes together, but whatever. But yes, Mythic Quest apparently. I usually watch it Friday mornings anyways, before I go to work. Whole lot of Rosie. Wee. Yawn. Oh, the queen is here. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. All right. Peoples be lined up. I know Manders was here. Is Manders still here, or did Manders leave? Again, see, I get distracted, and then I miss things. No, Manders is still here. Okay. So everyone who's supposed to be here is currently here. Other than the last person on the list currently. Oh, somebody else deposited some bells. How nice of you. Brr. Squissy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oi. I don't feel like this snowstorm that we're supposed to be getting is actually going to happen, but I'm basing that on the fact that I've been hearing that almost every day for the last 2 weeks, that there's supposed to be a snowstorm, and then it doesn't come. They already canceled school tomorrow. So my daughter's probably staying up late since she doesn't have to. I'm in Hamilton, Ontario. Of course, I'm down in the basement, so for all I know, it's snowing heavily right now, and I wouldn't even know. Oh, it's raining right now. Apparently. But it's still actually in the positive temperature-wise. I have family that live in the Alberta area. Calgary mostly, but most of my family is either in Ontario or British Columbia, though. Some are in Saskatchewan. We have lots of friends that live out in Saskatchewan as well, and my brother actually went to school in Saskatchewan, and that's where he met his wife actually. So her family's from Saskatchewan as well. So I haven't been to Saskatchewan though since their wedding, and that's like around 20, almost 20 years ago now. Not quite 20 years. And I haven't been in Alberta since the managers conference. What I'm trying to think here. Which managers conference was that? First, my first managers conference was in Niagara Falls. Second one was in Niagara Falls. Third one was in Montreal, I think. Fourth one in. No, I think it was my third one. I think the third one was in Alberta. It was in Banff, more specifically, but it was in Alberta. Although that's not the last time I was in Alberta. I forgot we did have a conference a few years later in Calgary, and that would have been the last time I was in Alberta. I don't remember what year that was though. That was quite a few years ago now. They like to take us to Whistler, BC, a lot for conferences. I have a feeling that's where the next one's going to be if we ever have in person again. Although they claim next year it's going to be in person again, so we'll see what happens. Manders is going home. Bye, Manders. Yeah, it was like so there was no conference this past year. Ah, nice. Yeah, Vancouver was the last place we had an in-person conference. So that would have been the 2019 conference. That was in Vancouver. Um, that was the last in-person one because obviously with COVID and everything, they didn't do in-person conferences. So 2020 and 2021 were virtual, and then they didn't even have one at all this year. I don't, and that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what's happening too, because like they at the end of the 2019 one, they always tell us where we're going to go the next year, and obviously there was no way they could have predicted what was going to happen with COVID in like October of 2019. So they were like, "Oh yeah, next year's conference is going to be in Quebec City." I love Quebec City. I highly recommend it. If you've never been to Quebec City, go to Quebec City. It's awesome. The food's amazing. Especially like they put us up in the Hilton Hotel right along the wall from old Quebec City and new Quebec City, like where the old town is and so forth. And walking through the old town is amazing. There's so many cool shops and places to get food and so forth. Anyway, and we've had two conferences in Quebec City before since I've been a manager. And yeah, so I went. They were like, at the end of the 2019 one, they're like, "Yeah, we're going to Quebec City next year." I was like, "Yeah, awesome." Of course, COVID hit, virtual. Okay, and then they did a virtual conference again, and then at the end of that one, they said it was going to be in person for this year, and they said Quebec City still. So I was like, "Cool, Quebec City still." And then we didn't even end up having one this year because there was a whole uh, the company shook up their travel team stuff and so forth, and there just was no way to actually plan it properly in a timely manner, so it just didn't happen, which is a shame. Um, it is what it is, right? So this person was already on the island, weren't they? I'm pretty sure they left and they've come back without leaving the queue. Anywho, Manders left though. Oh wow, nice. Japan is definitely one of the countries I've always wanted to visit, but I do hate flying. I will say that. I love our managers' conferences. They're always fun trips, doesn't matter where we go. But yeah, Moji did. Yeah. As soon as I saw what Moji looked like, I was like, "Yep." Yeah, no, I've never, other than Canada and the United States, I've never been to any other country, and I hate flying. So, like, as much as I'd love to see some of these other countries that I want to go to, like, I'd like to go to, besides Japan, I'd love to go to the UK. I would love to go to Germany. Um, uh, Australia, New Zealand. These are all countries I'd like to visit, but I probably can't afford it anyways. It's not like I make a ton of money. Um, but two, also it's a little it's they're long flights, and the fact that I even like when they fly us out west to Vancouver or Whistler for managers conferences, like, yeah, it's only about a 5 hour flight, but I still hate it. It doesn't help that this is like the last managers conference again was out in Whistler, or Vancouver, sorry, and yeah, that was the last time I've ever been on a plane. Was coming home from the 2019 conference. Our plane actually almost crashed on landing. So yeah, so that kind of like that was almost kind of like a blessing in disguise that COVID kind of hit and we had to do virtual conference, because I don't know that if we would have been able to do an in-person conference in 2020, in October of 2020, I don't know that you would have got me on the plane. Even though it was supposed to only be to Quebec City, and that's only about an hour and a half flight. I don't know that you would have got me on the plane, honestly. Um, so yeah, it was like you knew it was bad because we were coming in for our landing. We were flying into the Hamilton airport here, and we were coming in for our landing, and it was really high winds. To be honest, I'm actually surprised they didn't divert us to like Toronto or something like that. But the it's coming in. You can see the flight attendants buckling themselves in, and you can see they look worried. And when they look worried, like I don't enjoy turbulence in general on flights, like, because again I don't like flying, so any sort of turbulence really bothers me. But what keeps me calm is seeing the more experienced flyers, as well as the flight attendants, still being calm and everything, and it makes you think, okay, I'm probably just overreacting. It's probably fine. But as they were buckling themselves in, I could see the fear in some of their eyes, and it was like, damn, they're scared. Like that tells you how windy this is. And then, so as the plane's coming down, just as we're about to touch the ground, a strong gust of wind blew the plane to the right, and on an angle as well, and I could see that the wing almost clipped the ground. And if the wing had clipped the ground, we would have spun out and crashed. Thankfully, it didn't. He still managed to stick the landing, and we got on the ground safely. And the only thing, and this is what made it worse, even though it was already over at this point. The pilot then says, "Well, that was terrifying, wasn't it? Like, normally a pilot comes over and says, 'Thank you for flying, blah, 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 whatever.' No. First things out of the pilot's, over the PA from the pilot is, 'Well, that was terrifying, wasn't it?'"